And a pleasant good afternoon to you and to yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network based out of Brevard County, Florida, over on the Space Coast. Here today in Lakeland, Florida, however, as we bring you the Elite American Football League Triple A championship game between the 10-2 Tarpon Springs Pirates and the undefeated 12-0 Cherokee Bruins, out of Cherokee County, Georgia, Canton, Georgia, about 7 hours north of Lakeland, Florida. We are here at historic Bryant Stadium, home of the Lakeland Dreadnoughts. And congratulations, speaking of Lakeland, congratulations to the Lakeland Jokers, who absolutely put on a clinic in the Double A division game today, as they are your 2025 EAFL Double A champions, a 44-14 win today. Today, we have, I tell you, just sitting here watching both of these programs warm up, um, just by looks alone, I feel like they look like the two best teams in the league. But I am on the sidelines. The press box is on the sidelines where the Cherokee Bruins are, and this is an impressive organization to watch. And in doing my research this week, and owner John Little and Randy Fowler, and watching what these guys have put together on the field, boy, just watching them out there warm up gave me sort of kind of goosebumps, because I felt like I was watching an NFL franchise out there warming up. I mean, quite honestly, everything flowing, everything smooth. And then I look at Tarpon Springs, and I got the same feeling watching them do it as well. So hopefully these two will put on a master class in adult amateur football today, as both kickers are on the field now. One getting ready to kick from, yeah, they got a kicker. That was a 55-yarder right down the middle. Did you see that? Yeah. So put it on him. Look at this. Look at this young man out here kicking this football here, warming up. Snap, the hold, the kick. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's 3 points, man. Uh, yeah. So there you see what I'm talking about. That's Steven Zarita, the kicker, and the holder out there, number 13, David Harris. So we're in for a good one today. I can tell you this. I know they got kickers now, which is a rarity in the EAFL. At any level, whether it's Double A or Triple A, watching the kicker for Tarpon Springs as well, Dominic Fragamini. He's got a pretty good foot on him as well, as he's got one. He's got it set up here from the 35. Let's see what Fragamini can do here. Okay, no. We got to go back. We got to go back to the Bruins kicker, because he is at the 48, and that is going to come up. Holy cow. That was a 62-yard field goal try, and he just missed it. That's crazy to see these guys kicking from this distance in this league. Oh, he's got that one. Oh, split it. 63 yards. My man split it from 60. I can't wait for this. Back in a couple of minutes here on Brevard Sports Network. All right, welcome back here to Brevard Sports Network. Alan Slaughterzinski with you as we get set for the Triple A Championship. This is a battle of teams that have different strengths. The Cherokee Bruins, powered by, from what I'm told, I've not seen them play. I've watched several of their outstanding broadcasts. Their production, their broadcast team do an outstanding job. From what I've seen, this is a program that has got a great defensive front seven, and, man, they will run the football all over you. For the Tarpon Springs Pirates, it's the passing attack offensively that's got to be shut down, from quarterback Isaiah McIntyre to what they call the cardio boys. The cardio boys are three wide receivers: Trey Jackson, Kai Washington, and Rico Holmes, who run defensive backs all over the field. So this is going to be whose strength can best whose strength. And, well, quite honestly, the one that does that the best, football's really that simple of a game, will likely come out on top here. Just watching the warm-ups, I don't think I've ever, even watching NFL warm-ups, standing on the sidelines, watching Justin Tucker or Adam Vinatieri warm up close like I have in my career. I don't think I've ever been as impressed as watching Steven Zarita warm up. I mean, wow. So I would definitely give the kicking edge to Cherokee County. Both quarterbacks, I believe the quarterback for Cherokee County is Mac Graham. As Graham is very efficient, doesn't make mistakes, and he can let it fly, too, when he needs to. So I'm not sure what the holdup is here. The time was on the clock. I guess the captains are getting set to come out onto the field. I was talking to Michael Torres, who is the EAFL's commissioner owner this year, stepping down from the commissioner position next year, about these two teams. And basically what he told me about these two teams was that he believed that these were the two but certainly Cherokee, the pride of Georgia, Canton, Georgia, the best team in the north, and Tarpon Springs with a great job this year, 10-2, and reaching the championship game as head coach for Cherokee County. Mike Anderson calls his players in, wants to have a last-minute chit-chat with him. I believe that's Mike. Or Mike could be standing out there at the midfield stripe. I don't actually know which one is Mike. We cover, as Brevard Sports Network, we cover the East Coast Sharks and the Brevard Raptors. Next year we will add the Fort Pierce Bengals back to our resume of adult amateur football teams, or as Caleb says, U37. There is Michael Torres coming up the steps. Michael out there already's got, look, Michael's out there doing yeoman's work. He is working the crowd, doing it all. Michael, of course, for years owned the Orlando Phantoms. We actually broadcast that's another one we broadcast. We broadcast the Orlando Phantoms for 2 years as well when Michael owned that program as well. We used to go over to Lake Brantley High School on Saturday nights and broadcast the Phantoms, and, just loved it. Love this football as we are ready to go, and the captains set to take the field here for both squads. I do appreciate John Little and Randy Fowler, the owners, for making the numbers so very easily to read on the backs of these royal blue jerseys. Not so much thankful to Tarpon Springs, who have, when the sun hits them, it looks like a Disney movie. Just bounces off. I mean, listen, I think the uniforms are great looking for Tarpon Springs, but from a broadcast standpoint, can't see them. And here we go with the captains, 91, 50, 17, 3, 2, and 1. So 1, 2, and 3 is Matt Graham, Marquise Brown, and Austin Butler. 17 is Joshua Christian. 50 is Robert Strangman. And 91 is Jacob Mitchell. Cannot see the numbers again for Tarpon Springs. I do see 18 and 2. So that's Rico Holmes and Yasmin Coleman. Number 0 is also out there. That's Marvion Harris. I would imagine is Isaiah McIntyre out there? So here we go with the Triple A championship today. The Double A championship, the final Double A championship, as Michael Torres has already announced that there will be no Double A division in the EAFL next year, as it will all be Triple A. And the Lakeland Jokers win the final Double A division. I'll have to ask Michael if Lakeland and North Florida Warriors are moving up. The last two champs, Lakeland thwarts the Warriors' effort today to repeat as Double A champions. Tarpon Springs will receive. And we are about to get underway. The other captains out there are Malik Nash, number 35, it looks like. 0-2 we gave you, and 3, which is Jamal Nash. So here we go, folks. Glad you could be with us here today on the Brevard Sports Network. I will tell you, I'll throw in the towel now and admit it, that production y'all have up in Cherokee County, we don't have that. There are no replays. There are none of that. We keep it pretty simple stupid here. It's the way we stream, and I call it the beauty in what we do is the simplicity in how we do it. And we've been doing it for 6 years in Brevard County, and I've been doing it for 25. So thank you for joining me today. But we will give you a good broadcast. What's wrong? Okay. In case you're wondering, we turned the comments off just to make sure that there are no insults thrown at the players, the programs, the league. Want to keep it classy, so I apologize if we've offended anybody turning off the comments. As we get set to kick off, I would imagine watching Steven Zarita warm up, this thing is probably going into the end zone. As Cherokee gets set to kick off here. Here we go. Whistle blows. Zarita's arms in the air. And toe to leather. No, short kick. Way short kick. Fielded at the 5, out across the 15, 20, 25. Tries to spin out, does spin out of a tackle. Brought down near the 35-yard line. Return, I believe, on the play by Jordan Wiggins. And this is where Isaiah McIntyre and company will take over, 1st and 10. Again, keep your eye on the dynamic and electric receiving trio of the Cardio Boys, Trey Jackson, Kai Washington, and Rico Holmes. And no, they aren't part of the Cardio Boys because they enjoy that portion of a workout. It's because they like to torment defensive backs. Is our audio okay? Yep, we're good. Okay. So 1st and 10, here we go. McIntyre out of the gun, the RPO, if you will. And he's going to, drop the football on the first play. And that's on him. And that'll be a loss of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd and 17. Nerves, nerves, nerves. We saw them in the first game. just underway here, 2nd and 17. Got doubles, and that is 2 wide receivers split equal to each side of the football field. McIntyre drops, looks, fires, throws wide open across the middle of the field, and that'll be a gain of 10 yards. Ball hauled in by Kai Washington. That'll be 2nd down, or the 3rd down, and we'll call it, well, actually, that's a gain of 9, so it'll be 3rd and 4 now for Tarpon Springs. Good-looking pitch and catch there from McIntyre to Washington. One wide receiver now near side. 3 split wide left. McIntyre. 2-step throws, caught, nicely done. 1st down, Tarpon Springs across the Bruin 50 to the Pirate 49. As if there were any nerves, McIntyre has shedded them. That, too, may have been Kai Washington on the catch. 1st and 10 at the Bruin 49. Looking, and he lets one go. Single coverage out there, and just out of the hands. That's a catchable ball. Back in coverage was number 23, Justin Weathers, the cornerback back there, safety, defensive back. And the ball was intended for Rico Holmes. Holmes had a chance at it. That is for sure. So to be 2nd down and 10, we've not seen an attempt at a run yet. 12:58 to play here, or somewhere around there. And there's the first run of the football game, and it's a little power. Not necessarily an RPO there, just a straight handoff, a little counter back to the weak side. And it picks up 3, 3rd and 7 now. Knowing what Steven Zarita is capable of, I don't think this becomes 4-down territory as it normally would in EAFL football. So I would think if they don't pick this up or make yardage here, unless it's inches to go, I would think they would punt the ball. 5 wide receiver set. McIntyre throws wide. All he had overthrew Kai Washington. Washington wide open down the seam of the football field, and that's going to bring up 4th and 7. And the offense shows no signs of coming off the field. What do I know? Nothing. So here we go, folks. 4th down and 7. Good old-fashioned drama already early. So we've got 4 wide receivers, 3 on the far side. McIntyre under pressure, throws back across, and no flag, incidental contact. The referee will rule as Terry Williams, the DB, and Trey Jackson got tangled up. That'll be a turnover on downs, and Cherokee County will take over with outstanding field position. 1st and 10 at their own 45. That's a good no throw there on the flag. Well, you can take a couple of things from that first drive. I think if you're that secondary for Cherokee County, you got to tighten up a little bit because McIntyre overthrew 2 different wide open wide receivers on that drive. The one he missed on 3rd down quite possibly was a touchdown. So 1st and 10 now for Matt Graham. Graham turns, gives, and Tarpon Springs all over that. Number 33, Ellis Smith, the defensive end, in on the stop. Graham again, the ball carrier, Trey Matthews. Matthews to the left, trips near side, one wide receiver, split wide to the right of Graham. Graham with a wide receiver screen out to David Moore. Moore gets outside, steps out of bounds at the Tarpon Springs 47, and now to be third down at about 3. Clock will stop with 11:18 to play here in the first quarter. My apologies. He stepped out of bounds prior to that, so it'll be now 3rd and 5 at the Tarpon Spring 49. Graham gets the play call. The offensive coordinator is Tom Rubin for Cherokee. Graham with Matthews directly behind him. Doubles, wide receivers, 2x2 each side. Oh, nice little give up the middle, but Tarpon Springs was ready for it. And Matthews goes nowhere, and that'll bring up 4th and 5. Picks up a half yard, 4th and 4.5, and on comes the punting unit for Cherokee County. So the Bruins unable to do anything with the outstanding field position they afforded themselves by forcing a turnover on downs, and they will now punt with 4th and 4. And back deep to do the punting is David Harris. You got to hurry here. Back judge does not have his hand up yet, which not a great snap. And that is nearly blocked. That will not be a roughing the punter because that thing was, oh my goodness gracious. That ball will be downed at the half-inch line. You want to talk about the ugliest, greatest punt you've ever seen. There it is right there as David Harris does the old chip shot swing move. Somehow or another gets that punt off, and that ball is downed at the half-inch line, Caleb. An incredible athletic job done by Harris to even get that thing off, and then by the punting unit to get down there and down it. I mean, I don't think you can get any closer to the goal line. No. To say Tarpon Springs has got the goalpost on their backs, well, they've got the goalpost on their backs.
That's the risk you run when you send everyone to block and you don't get home.
Well, I'll tell you what, they better be careful here because this could turn into disaster real quick. And there is nobody in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. McIntyre throws, caught across the middle, and just like that, they get themselves out of goal line danger as that pass is complete to one of the cardio boys, Kai Washington, his second catch of the day, and that moves the chains. That is a gain of 17, 18, 19 yards and a first down now for Tarpon Springs, 18 yards out across the 15 to the 18-yard line. 9:35 to go. First quarter, no score. Again, a 5 wide receiver set. McIntyre, all kinds of time, lets it go wide open. Is Kai Washington. He cuts back, Washington across all the way down to the 30, down to the Bruins 25, and that is a huge pass play. 53 yards, and Kai Washington and Tarpon Springs right back to the line of scrimmage to call another play. And there it is, a little outside wide receiver pass, and flags fly as Cherokee County is caught trying to get men onto the field, and this is going to go against the Bruins for too many men on the field. Or no. Well, he pointed to Tarpon Springs. That's against Cherokee County. So, yeah. So that's going to be, yeah, there you go. Now he corrects it. They decline it. Now it's going to, the decline penalty is going to make it set. They're going to take the yards. It's going to be 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line inside the red zone. quickly goes Tarpon Springs on a 99 3/4 drive, and McIntyre underthrows the intended target there. So we have moved from the half-inch line all the way down to, we've gone 85 yards like that. And that was the snap of my fingers. Cherokee County needs to figure out what they need to do here to stop these cardio boys, because they are running roughshod right now over the secondary of the Bruins. McIntyre with Yasmin Coleman to his right. And he is to Coleman. Coleman tries to get outside. Nice job over there by the defensive end to hold his ground and force Coleman to the ground as well. And we got a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is. And that's going to be against Tarpon Springs. So Cherokee County will catch a break here as the holding penalty will back up the Pirates offense 10 yards. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 12 now. With 8:13 to play. Third down, 12. McIntyre back, throws. That ball was nearly intercepted. And McIntyre has missed several passes that, had they been on target, would either be for a touchdown or big gains, and that was one of them right there, and that's going to be 4th and 12. So Will Tarpon Springs, who's got a kicker that can make this kick, they will decide against that and go for it. Second time on 4th and long. 0 for 1 on 4th down. They went for it on 4th and 7 prior. So here we go, 4th and 12 on a drive that started at their own 1-inch line. McIntyre drops back, looks, fires, throws, open underneath, but it's too short underneath. Nicely done by the Cherokee County defense, who came back and read that perfectly. Caleb Bailey, the linebacker, would not allow that first down. And for the second consecutive time, the Bruins defense bends, but they do not break. And with 7:29 to play in the first, we're still scoreless. Quick break back, 7:29 to go here, 7:30. Matt Graham gives up the middle. Trey Matthews, and the Bruins are going to have to do better than that on the ground on first down. Picks up, well, he picked up 4. Generous spot. So it'll be 2nd and 6. We'll call it a long 6, short 7. Tarpon Springs, front 7. This is a defense that gives up 16 points a game, which is the highest total of the 4 teams that have reached the Elite Bowl here today, either in the AA or AAA division. Matt Graham turns this time and gives to a different running back, and that is Cherokee County rushing football there, as that will be a gain of 8 and a Bruins first down out across the 30-yard line. Running back number 26, Rashad Devezin, I believe is how you say his last name, Devezin. Both him and Matthews, big thighs, man, like Earl Campbell type thighs. So you better hit him right. And speaking of Matthews, he is the back in the backfield. Matt Graham, man in motion, is David Moore, the receiver. The give is to Matthews, and Matthews is stuck immediately up the middle by Jamal Nash, the middle linebacker, And helmet comes off, and so will Matthews have to come off. Checking in is Chris Pruitt, the running back. So Trey Matthews, at any level of football, if you lose your helmet, you've got to sit out of play, and Matthews will do that. Second and 9 now for Cherokee County. Turns, gives to Pruitt, who just checked in. Pruitt out across the 35, maybe the 40. And he does. He gets out to the 42, and he picks up more than enough for a first down. And here comes that rushing attack of the Bruins that we were bragging on prior to the start of this one, as we have 5:09 to play. Our clock on and off, and you'll see Caleb adjusting it. It's manual, so we're trying to keep up. It's tough. I bet you there are 3 different times. Graham turns, gives, and this time, and that's a flag that flies, so it'd be interesting to see what this call will be. Helmet's ripped off again. That's going to go against Tarpon Springs. I bet this is a face mask. Pruitt comes off after picking up 14 yards, and here comes the white hat. Personal foul, and it is a face mask. You generally don't see a helmet fly like that unless it's ripped off. So that's 15 yards against Tarpon Springs, and that will put the Bruins across the midfield marker and put them into Tarpon Springs territory. 1st and 10 at the Pirates' 40. Wide receiver split near side is DeMond Ellison. It's doubles, and that means 2 wide receivers split equally to each side. Mack turns, gives to his back, standing next to a big hole up the middle, and a big tackle as well, but not before DeVezin picks up 13 more and another Cherokee County first down. Big run. And here come the Bruins. 4 minutes. And why not? And this time, pulling him down by his jersey over there was number 13, the defensive end, Tasman Dukes. And Dukes prevents DeVezin from getting to the outside and keeps him to no gain. 2nd and 10 now for Cherokee County. And I mean, let's face it, well within field goal range, right? I mean, they were well within field goal range when they crossed the 50, based on what we saw. Quick moving first quarter, much quicker than the one in the AA game, that's for sure. Matt Graham, your quarterback, with this time, he fakes the throw and trying to get outside. Does get outside. Still on his feet. Another face mask penalty going to be called here as Trey Matthews gets outside. And the ref, the side judge, is telling him you cannot grab the top of his helmet underneath like that. That's 15 more and another first down. That's 3 times on this drive. Twice it's been called.
Hold on, we might have 2 penalties.
No, let's see what he calls. Or no, they called holding.
Yes.
Well, I thought it was face masking again. That's what it looked like over here. But anyway, okay, so it's a hold against the Bruins. So that'll back them up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So now it'll be 2nd and 15. My apologies, folks. Cherokee County, I didn't mean to get your hopes up. But I thought I saw the face mask there. Thank you.
You did.
Thank you.
I guess what they're saying is
Matt Graham gets the play call from Tom Rubin. So it'll be interesting to see here where what Graham can do to pass him out of a situation like this. 2nd and long now. I haven't seen him throw the ball yet, and we won't on this play as Matthews tries to turn the corner. The stiff arm will not, and a nice job there. A really nice job there by the safety, Cameron Green, to come up and make sure he stayed with him, riding him out of bounds. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 15 now for the Bruins, whose drive has stalled after a couple of big runs on 1st and 2nd down by Rashad Devison and then Trey Matthews. Actually, Pruitt with a couple of good runs as well, Chris Pruitt, and a face masking penalty. So 3rd and 15. Will it be Zarita time, or can they pick it up here? So now they're going to have 3 wide receivers split near side. Play action, throws, lets it go, and he overshoots the intended target, David Moore Jr., and what's everybody upset about here? All right, here we go. Steven Zarita comes on. I mean, this guy was knocking him through from 63 in warm-ups. The holder is David Harris, the punter. Zarita, the kicker. This ball will be spotted at the 38. 39, so this would be a 49-yard field goal attempt for Zarita. The snap is good. The hold is perfect. The kick is up, and it is right down Broadway, Jack. And with 1:29 to play in the opening quarter, Steven Zarita gives the Cherokee Bruins a 3-0 lead. That is my fault, folks. He missed that. I thought he hit that. Wasn't that, what did he miss it wide left? I have to go back and watch. My apologies. I got them all excited again. My bad. I completely and utterly screwed that up. Can you imagine? I thought he hit it right down the middle. It looked great, didn't it?
It looked great from here.
We do have a weird angle. Anyway, he misses the kick, so we stay scoreless. Psych! McIntyre back to throw across the middle, and he throws it right to a Bruin. And picking the ball off is Caleb Bailey, the linebacker. And that is a heck of a job by Bailey. Bailey dropped back in coverage, and he snuck underneath. You could see him creeping back. Now, we got a flag down on the far side of the field. Let's see what the penalty call is here. But that was a great play by Bailey to get underneath. McIntyre offsides. Oh, my. So that will negate the interception, and now to be 1st and 5. But a great play by Bailey nonetheless. And McIntyre and Tarpon Springs catches a break.
And every Kansas City Chiefs fan just shuddered.
Yeah. Man, I just put these poor fans through misery here in the last 2 plays. Gave him a field goal that was missed. I still don't know where he missed that. That thing looked right down the middle.
But then there was also a penalty apparently on Tarpon Springs.
What is going on here? Offsides, but yet it's 1st and 20. I missed something there, Caleb. Okay, here we go. No, they got 1st and 20. That's strange. All right. Anyway, 1st and 20, Isaiah McIntyre. Little wide receiver out there to Kai Washington, and Washington gets 11 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 9. You know, I couldn't see the referees because of those guys standing underneath the goalpost. So they kind of blended in with the referees down, and I couldn't see him. I wasn't even looking for him. I'm still trying to figure out how he missed that kick. He may have been short. 2nd and 9 now. McIntyre gets back 10 yards. Across the middle. Nice play out of the backfield. That's Jaquan James with the catch out of the backfield on the little curl there across the middle. And it's 3rd down and 2. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. And the kick is good. 3rd and 2. Oh, the quarterback keeper, that's a design play right there. That's the old Elway call right there. And that's a great job by McIntyre to get the football up to near midfield. That should be, and probably will be, the final play of the first quarter. And they don't have far to go to walk to switch sides here. Let's see if that'll do it. Yes, indeed. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. No score here between Cherokee County and Tarpon Springs. There's a look at the stats for Cherokee County this year. Some of the more notable ones, of course, 12-0, and defense giving up just 8 points per game this season. So far on a couple of drives, bending but not breaking as they take over as Tarpon Springs continues their drive, 1st and 10 from their own 49, trying to, again, keep the Pirates from scoring. Oh, nice move. And that's a gain of 13 more yards and another Pirate first down. What a move by the wide receiver on the stop, catch, and run. Great job. Ball now at the Cherokee County 39. And this looks like this one's going to be a dogfight here tonight. McIntyre back, looking in trouble, trying to get away, does get away, and he'll just throw it away as he is pursued by Harrison Mitchell, the defensive end. Nice job by Mitchell to chase him to the far side of the field, forcing an errant throw, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. As Gerard Leverett checks in. Look at this trophy right here. Show this trophy the Lakeland Jokers have. Congratulations to the Lakeland Jokers on winning the AA Division trophy. Nice job. Tarpon Springs or Cherokee County trying to do the same thing here. Win something pretty big like that to take back. McIntyre with 3 wide receivers to the near side. 1 split wide right. Turns, fakes. Oh, nice throw. This is Kai Washington. Washington cuts back to the middle. He's going to have 15 yards and another Tarpon Springs first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 25 of Cherokee. 26. 13:39 to play. Steady as she goes here for Tarpon Springs. The cardio boys doing exactly what they've done all year, And that's running defensive secondaries ragged. It's not their cardio that gets worked on. It is the secondary of the opposing teams. McIntyre, we'll see if this is an offside or you never know with this officiating staff. And they're going to call this against the Bruins. So this is going to be offsides, and it's going to be 1st and 5 now. So McIntyre with the whole playbook now. I think we've only seen 2 runs the entire time by Tarpon Springs. Do we need to turn this off, or are you good? Okay. Because I can give them the time. 1st and 5. McIntyre, they'll run it this time. Nice little hop step. Look, nice cut. Slips and falls, though. And he knows he probably could have had more. Up. Jasmine Coleman, the running back. And he is close to a first down. So it's 2nd and 1 now. Gain of 4. So again, bending. But will they break this time? Can Tarpon Springs break this Bruin defense that, again, has only allowed 8 points per game this year? Nice keeper, straight up the middle. That's a great play. Well designed and well executed. 1st and goal to go on the keeper by McIntyre. The RPO, he could have given it to Yasmin Coleman. Didn't do it. Could have given it to the wide receiver on the jet sweep. Didn't do it. Saw the middle of the defense part like the Red Sea and kept it. And as a consequence, we'll have 1st and goal from the 8 now. A 4-3 base package being run here. Nothing heavy up front. And this time they do give it, and this time the Bruins are there as number 54, Kai Rack, the linebacker, makes the tackle, bringing up 2nd and goal at the 5, gain of 3. $11:17 to play in the opening half here. No score between these two teams. Tarpon Springs has been deep in Bruin territory a few times, but has not yet cracked the goal line. And the Bruins have missed a 49-yard field goal. McIntyre will, little play action there. He's in trouble, steps out of it, got to get rid of it. Does, just throws it out of the back of the corner of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. And McIntyre asking the white hat, was my wide receiver held in the back of the end zone? And the white hat says, I don't know, I was watching you. So big play here. 3rd and goal from the 5, 5.5. Story of the half so far is this Bruin defense not succumbing to points. McIntyre throws, caught, incomplete, no, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Kai Washington. Good coverage there by Marquise Brown, the DB. Brown came up and said, no, he didn't catch it, and now it's 4th and goal. Eventually, you are going to have to take 3 here, and we saw they have a kicker more than capable of doing it. I actually question the fact, in such a tightly contested game, why you don't take the points here. But if they score a touchdown, then again it becomes, what do I know? 4th and goal. Big play here. McIntyre, 3-step drop, looking in trouble. He spins out of it, looking for a receiver. Throws back, wide open, caught, touchdown. and getting free in the back of the end zone somehow, some way. Was number 12, Jaquan James, snuck away from everybody else, and he was standing there all by himself, and he lofted it. What a play by McIntyre, though, to keep it alive, huh?
Yep.
And again, what do I know? And it took a 4th and goal to break the Bruins. Snap, the hold, the kick, and it is. I see arms go up this time. It's good. So with 10:22 to play, finally, Tarpon Springs gets the Bruin defense to break as they score on a touchdown pass from Isaiah McIntyre to Jaquan James, and they lead it 7-0 back with the ensuing kickoff. All right, here we go. As Tarpon Springs looks to kick off here. And that's a great kickoff. It's going to go into the end zone. Great job on the kickoff there. Looks like number 10. That's Cecil Murphy, the defensive back, kicking off. I don't know what the flag is. How do you get a flag on a kick in the end zone? There's 2 of them down, so somebody did something here. You got a face mask on the kickoff? Huh? I missed what he called. It's against Tarpon Springs, whatever it was. So Tarpon Springs knows that Cherokee is going to run the football. So obviously now they're getting, or well, he signaled it was against Tarpon Springs. He's pointing the wrong way, and that's what the coach is saying. Come on, get it together. It's the 3rd time this half he's done it. Who's the penalty against? Is it against Tarpon Springs or against Cherokee? Obviously, it's against Cherokee County, but he pointed against Tarpon Springs. The coach is like, come on, man.
Still weird what a 10-yard penalty would be.
Yeah, what is the penalty?
When the ball went through the back of the end zone.
Can't be holding, right? I mean, nobody caught the football. Anyway, so Tarpon Springs is going to force Matt Graham to beat them if they're going to win this football game. Matt Graham's going to have to complete some passes. Or maybe not. This is Trey Matthews. Matthews all the way to the 40, 45. That's a 47-yard run. Trey Matthews with a 37-yard run. And again, the point being that at some point, if they don't slow down Tarpon Springs' cardio boys, Graham is going to have to beat them with some balls in the air. And this rushing attack, if it can get going, it will slow down. You know, you need time of possession. You know, running the football chews up time of possession. That keeps those cardio boys sitting on the bench. This is Pruitt, and that is a textbook tackle. His knees hit the ground clearly, but the official missed it. But a great tackle there. As the tackle was made by Christian Calley Good run by Pruitt straight up the gut. He picks up 4, second 3, second and 7. Ball dead on the 50. 8:56 to go. And let's see what we got here. False start against the Bruins. Little quick out here, and boy, was Tarpon Springs ready for that play, but they just cannot wrap up. And now finally we'll gang tackle here, and does not pick up but a yard. That's a great Hart run. All Hart there, but no blockers. David Moore. And now it's 3rd and 12 here. And if you're Cherokee, this is a critical play here. Because while you were able to pick up a first down, you essentially are going 5 and out. And immediately your defense is coming back onto the field. Because they'll be punting if they don't make this. Matt Graham, 3-step drop, throws across the middle. He throws behind his wide, but he had to get rid of the football. In his face and decking him was Jordan Wiggins, or was that Wiggins? It might have been number 8. That was number 8. Yeah, that was Jordan Wiggins, listed as a wide receiver. Just came in there and popped Graham, and he threw the football behind his intended target, DeMond Ellison, and now it is indeed a 5-and-out situation, and the Cardio boys will be back on the football field again, along with their quarterback, Isaiah McIntyre, and that is an okay punt. 46 yards to be down. Good punt turns out after the roll. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Tarpon Springs from their own 12.
Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage right here in Brevard County. Thanks again.
All right, welcome back to historic Bryant Stadium here in beautiful Lakeland, Florida, as Tarpon Springs leads it 7-0 on an unbelievable 4th and goal touchdown pass from Isaiah McIntyre to Jaquan James. And this is McIntyre, linebacker blitz wide open across the middle. Is number 12, Jaquan James again, and the DBs want an incomplete pass, but they won't get it. But they will get a flag, it looks like. Offsides, he says, against Cherokee. I'm not impressed with the officiating. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. I've not been impressed with it all day. First and 10. They rule it a catch, and James has caught the last 2 balls. This one gets him out across the 35. This time it's a handoff, and this time big number 45, Javier Catano, The defensive end gets in there and swallows it whole. That'll be a loss. And bring up 2nd and 13 now. McIntyre breaks the huddle. 2 of the 3 cardio boys on the right side. Rico Holmes, the lone receiver, to the left. McIntyre under pressure. He may just try and keep this. Nope. Cuts. Oh, what a move by McIntyre to pick up a few. Oh, he fumbled the ball. That's picked up by Cherokee County. This could be a pick. And roll, touchdown, scoop, and score. Cherokee County right back in it. Kendall Parks picks up a ball that Isaiah McIntyre either had knocked out or dropped, and he made a great move. I think he just dropped the football. And Kendall Parks picks it up and scampers 40 yards down the sidelines. And the Bruins, with 5:37 to play in the half, have pulled to within a point. I bet you Zarita don't miss this one.
I'll be shocked if they can find the ball after.
Yeah, right. Nothing like a defensive touchdown. Nice job by the young man. The snap was bad. He gets it up, but it's good. And with 5:37 to play, we're all knotted at 7 here on Brevard Sports Network.
Step on the field, feel the ground shake beneath. Eafl Aaa, this is where we breathe. Ain't no fear, just heart and dedication. We the kings of this nation, feel the vibration. Helmet on tight, laces in the cleats. Rushing down the field, hear that crowd in the seats. Got the game on lock, no hesitation. Are you a leader, just a ghost of ambition? Are you elite or scared? Feel the fire in the air. We the top, no time to spare. Eafl, we don't compare.
Eafl, we don't compare. 5:37 to go here in the opening half. 7-7 following a 42-yard scoop and score by Kendall Parks. Well, I could call it a scoop and roll. Here's the kick. And that one will go well into the end zone and out of the back. Bounces out of the back. And we got a couple players tangled up here, but they separate. And taking over. All right. Marquise Brown, ball protection. Or not Marquise Brown, I'm sorry. Isaiah McIntyre, ball protection here. When you are running with the ball like that, you got to tuck it. He didn't do it. And Kendall Parks finishes off the drive, and we got a tie ball game here, folks, with 5:31 to play in the first half. A much better first half than what we saw in the AA game. And McIntyre this time turns and gives, and this oh, it's picked, and another touchdown! He took him right out of the hands of the running back, and number 96, Raymond DeVezin, scores, and 2 back-to-back touchdowns. That one, a strip fumble touchdown by Raymond DeVezin, the defensive lineman. And the Bruin defense has come through. Holy cow. He took the ball right from him. Tarpon Springs are stunned. Zarita on the snap, and the kick is good. And the last two plays have been touchdowns, and they've both been scored by the Bruins defense. Back with the kickoff. It's 14-7. Have today ready? All right, welcome back. Sorry, Caleb and I were just talking. I know I screamed there a little bit, but that was fun. I don't think I've ever seen that just back to back like that. Zarita set for the kickoff. Oh my goodness, and he's boom. That's not being returned. He kicked that ball back to Canton, Georgia, and so. If you're Tarpon Springs now, what do you do here to try to settle yourself down? The last two plays you've run on offense, you've given up 14 points. Yeah, let me repeat that. The last two plays you've run on offense, you've given up 14 points. So, yeah, not scored it, giving it up. So now, And I think the handoff there was to try to find a little rhythm and motion, put a little rhythm and motion back in the offense again, but that didn't work. Defensive touchdowns by Raymond DeVezin, the D lineman. And number 22, Kendall Parks. Crazy. And it'll be 2nd and 1 following the play. Turns, gives, and well, he's going to have the first down, and that's what they needed there, and they get it. So, boy, this Cherokee County sideline and this stands, they were just as utterly shocked as we were, Caleb, on that. I mean, that was just crazy, but fun. So here we go, 1st and 10 at the Tarpon Springs. Oh, pump fake here. Why would he do that? See, he nearly cost his team another touchdown. That should be intentional grounding. And why does the referee throw the flag? Oh, he did. Okay. That's got to be intentional grounding. He's neither out of the pocket or he doesn't get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. So that's going to be a loss of 10 yards and a loss of down. Yeah, there you go. Intentional grounding. Good call by the ref. So that's a 10-yard penalty, and that's a loss of down. Yes, indeed. 2nd and 11 now. So 3:55 to go, and all of a sudden, a team that averages 38 points per game has their defense, who only allows 8 per game, with all the momentum at the moment, as Cherokee County Bruins look to, oh, you can't leave them that wide open. Good pitch and catch, and putting the ball out for a gain of nearly 20 yards. And what a day he's had, near 100 yards already is Kyle Washington as Isaiah McIntyre. Austin Waller was standing there and just was like, oh, he got away from me. Yes, he did. 3 minutes to go here. 3 minutes in the opening half. 3rd down and 2 now for Tarpon Springs. It's going to be a double. Nope, it's going to be a 5 wide receiver set. 3 to the far side, 2 to the near side. McIntyre wants it, has it, throws, and he just throws it away. And it's going to be 4th and 2. And this is a tricky call here if you go for this and you don't make it. No, they will punt, and that I think is the right. I think that's the thing you got to do there. As the defense comes through again, they score 2 touchdowns on 2 strip fumbles, and then allow a first down. Or no, I guess they didn't allow a first down on that drive. Yeah, they allowed 1 because the ball was in the air. They allowed 1, and then the intentional grounding, and now a punt coming. Great snap. And a beautiful, and I mean beautiful punt. Oh, and ball is fumbled, and that ball, this could be and is a Tarpon Springs special teams touchdown on a muff punt, but we got a penalty flag down back at the 45-yard line. Let's see what the call is. Oh, my. Let's see what the call is. Holding against Tarpon Springs, and we'll punt again. So that for nothing. My goodness gracious. Boy, oh boy, you got to be. I know the coaches are. They're like, no, there's a flag down. Right? I mean, all of a sudden you're ready to lose your mind on your punter. I don't know what David Moore was doing there. I mean, I think you got to let that. You never field a punt inside your own 15-yard line like that. You cannot do that. Let that thing go. I mean, you just can't do that. And it nearly cost him a touchdown.
Think about it, you're from Tarpon Springs right now.
Yeah.
The last series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And let's see if he can boot another one. And not as good, but I'm sorry, that was Marquise Brown back there that had did that. But, yeah, so that goes out, and it'll be 1st and 10 now for Cherokee County with 2:07 to play on their own 20-yard line. And I think the goal here, I mean, you get the feeling both teams playing a little bit jittery still, not the type of decision-making that's gotten either team to this point of the season for sure. But you probably want to get to halftime and calm down a little bit. And if you're Cherokee County, count your blessings. And if you're Tarpon Springs, you've squandered some opportunities. So Matt Graham, yep. Oh, no, here we go. That shocks you. And he throws it out and hauled in by David Moore. Nice play by Matt Graham there to just pick up. Are we going to get a 2-minute warning? Are you kidding me? We didn't do it in the AA game when we get the 2-minute warning in the AAA game. I knew it. So we get the 2-minute stoppage and play with 1:56 to go here. We'll step aside and be right back with the remaining 1:56. All right, welcome back to Bryant Stadium here. 2 minutes to go in the half, 156 to be exact. 2nd and 1. Mac Brown, the quarterback. He's got 3 wide receivers on the field. Running back, and the give is to the running back. Well, not a great run there by Trey Matthews, who usually gives you that. Matthews just, for whatever reason, just kept coming to the sidelines. I kept waiting for him to cut back at some point to try to pick up the yard, and he never did it. So, not the type of run you usually see from Matthews, who is a straight-ahead runner. In fact, there's a beautiful picture of him hurdling a player. He looks like Saquon Barkley going forward. You know, Barkley did it backward, but 3rd down and 2 here. And it's a loss of 1. And this time it's straight up the gut, and this time that is the type of run we're used to seeing from Matthews as he gets across the 45-50, 45-40, down to the 35 and out of bounds at the 29-yard line. And there you go, Trey Matthews. That's what you do, young man. And the out of bounds will stop the clock with 1:03 to go, and the referee says, nah, I'll wind it, and we will. And now we're under a minute, so if Cherokee County has any timeouts, and I'm not sure what the timeout situation is, but, well, it looks like they've got 2 left. And so the Bruins back to the line of scrimmage again, 46 seconds to go. And this give is to Pruitt. Pruitt straight ahead, and they're going to have to burn a timeout here, and they will do that with 37.8 seconds to play in the first half. Ignore our clock. 37.8, and that is the second timeout of the half for the Bruins. So they have 1 left. At least I'm going by what the scoreboard says. Yep, they have 1 timeout remaining. All right, final 37.8 seconds here. And again, with 1 timeout to go and the foot of Zarita on your side, points, of course, to be had here. So run a play, spike the ball, 2nd down. You got 1 play here you can run. You pick up the 1st down. 2 plays, actually. Throws. Oh, wide open. Caught. Touchdown. Beautifully executed as Matt Graham hits Joshua Christen. And with 32.7 seconds to play in the first half, it's 20-7 Bruins. Matt Graham. Show him on the sidelines down here, please. Graham extremely excited. And that was just a great job by Graham to suck in. He quick play action, sucked in the entire secondary. And Zarita is on for the extra point. 32.7 seconds to go, and they pull points out of the bag. That's the first offensive score of the game. The kick is good, and with, as I keep saying, 32 seconds to play, it is 21-7 Bruins. All right, we're ready for the kick. Zarita set to kick off. And, yeah, well, this one is kicked and will be fielded at the 1. And he gets away. And he's quickly corralled back again. So 24 and a half seconds to go. Flags fly. See who this one's going to be called on. This is an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. I think this is going against Tarpon Springs, though. I think. Still waiting for him to tell us what he's going to call here. There's another. He picked his flag up. There's another one down, so we'll see what the call is here. Personal foul against Tarpon Springs. So there you go. Unsportsmanlike conduct, Tarpon Springs. So there's 2 of them they called there. That's 2 different penalties. So that'll back Tarpon Springs up to a place that they were at before, and that's the goal line. But I just don't think there's enough time left to go. 95 yards in 24.4 seconds. Can you get rid of the touchdown thing? Thank you, sir. All right. 21-7. McIntyre looks, and oh my. That, you can't, listen, I get you need to make a play, but throwing off your back foot in the end zone to a covered wide receiver is not the best of plays to make in this situation. That could easily have been a pick 6 right there. Easily. I quite honestly, with 18.7 seconds to go, and given the turmoil with which their offense has experienced in the latter stages of the second quarter, I'm not sure why they're just not going to halftime here. I'm not sure what they're trying to accomplish here. And see, I don't get any of this. This is foolish football. This makes no sense to me. You still with the type of wide receiving core that you have in the cardio boys, you are still very much in this football game in the second half. But that'll take them to the half. So, all right, it has been 14 points scored by the offense or the defense of Cherokee, and then a beautiful play by Matt Graham on a touchdown pass, and that takes us to the end of the first half. 21-7 Cherokee. Coming up, nothing. Nothing is coming up. So we'll be back with the second half in about 20 minutes. All right, welcome back to Bryant Stadium. For those of you watching from Brevard County, coming up this fall on the Brevard Sports Network, once again, high school football here on BSN. We couldn't be more excited to bring you a whole host of programs, schools, and games here on BSN this year. Right now, you're watching the Elite Bowl 4, the Triple A championship game here on Brevard Sports Network, and a first half of action that was, I think if you were to ask Cherokee Bruins head coach Mike Anderson how he thought his team might obtain a 14-point lead at the half, I don't think his answer would have been 2 defensive touchdowns back-to-back and a passing touchdown with the rushing attack that he has. But he'll take it. And in turn, what this sets up for Cherokee in the second half is to go to that rushing attack as you get further into a hot, muggy night here in central West Florida and try to wear down that front seven for Tarpon Springs. So we shall see, because Cherokee County will receive the second half kickoff here on Brevard Sports Network. Thanks for being with me. Alan Slaughter-Zinski with you here. And again, if you're new to us, thank you. If you wouldn't mind giving the page a like, and you may never come back again, but we're also close to 30,000 followers there on the old book face, as my elders would call it. How's that book face going for you, Slaughter-Zinski? It's just fine, Grandma. That my book space. Here's the second half kickoff, which is out of bounds. That's illegal procedure. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins at the 40 now. Not the way Tarpon Springs wanted to start, half number 2. But they will. You want to start the clock? Or, I mean, you can stop it now. The lights are on here at Bryant Stadium, home of the Lakeland Dreadnoughts, a historic team in Florida. State championships galore for this program. If you're wondering what a dreadnought is, it's a ship. It's an old ship, old warship, I believe. I know it's a ship. 1st and 10. And this is Trey Matthews, and Matthews falls ahead for a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Had the opportunity to converse with some Cherokee Bruin fans at the half. We are on, the press box is on their sidelines. Great people, great conversation. 7-hour drive down from Canton, Georgia. 2nd and 8. A outstanding program. Play action across the middle, and that time Graham throws behind his intended wide receiver, which is David Moore. This is a program last year, a team last year that went undefeated through the regular season and the first couple of rounds of the playoffs of, I believe, the ECFL is the league they were in last year, and then lost a heartbreaker in overtime of the championship game. So they played you had to love their last 2 games against the Alabama Commandos this year. The Commandos, of course, we saw last year in this game fall in the championship. But they beat them by a point in each of the last 2 plays. Brown has that. I think he just threw that one in the back of the head of his lineman. So that's going to bring up a 3 and out, and not exactly the start offensively. And I'm curious, I just am a little curious as to the selection of play calling there to start half number 2. 2 of the 3 plays were passes. I get that Matthews did not pick up a lot on first down, but understood maybe run it again on second down, and if you had to throw it on third down there, do it, which they did. And Graham threw it in the back of his lineman's head. End over end punt will bounce at the 32. And now they'll just wisely let it roll, does Kai Washington. And this is where Isaiah McIntyre, the Bloomingdale High School standout, threw for over 5,700 yards and 37 touchdowns at Bloomingdale High, will take over for Tarpon Springs, who trails this by 2 touchdowns, 21-7. Do you need to plug that up? Okay. McIntyre. Little quick play action, side screen to this wide receiver. That is I guess he got grabbed him by his helmet, not his face mask. I saw his entire head turn, but I'm on the other side of the field, so obviously he didn't get up complaining for a face mask. But that's a great play on first down because it picks up 8 yards and to give Tarpon Springs 2nd and 2. A lot of what occurred early on in this game was the Pirates forcing the Bruins defense to bend. And they did finally break, but only 1 out of 3 times did they do so. And that's a quick give and a first down. Oh, the ball's out. He was down, though. I thought he was down. Are they going to say he was down? Yeah, he was down. That's a good call by the referee, but nonetheless, you still got to hang on to the football, man. Goodness gracious. So 1st and 10 now, ball at the Pirates' own 36-yard line, and that was near catastrophe. Good job by the far side official who immediately signaled down. McIntyre going to keep it. Spins, turns. He's got 5 hard yards, and that'll be 2nd down and 4. He picks up 6. Nice play by McIntyre on the RPO. 12:20 to go, 3rd quarter. Second half just underway here. First possession of the second half for Tarpon Springs. As Cherokee County went 3 and out. McIntyre straight back and straight up and wide open, caught, touchdown, nobody home. Tarpon Springs, Kai Washington, 69 yards, 64 yards, and just like that, it's 21-13. Kai Washington well over 100 yards now, and he was as open could be. What a throw. Now, look, I mean, McIntyre had to get it to him. As wide open, that had to be busted coverage in the secondary for Cherokee County. And Tarpon Springs has put themselves right back in this football game. On for the extra point is Dominic Fragamini, and Fragamini's kick is good. And with 11:44 to play in the third, 21-14, Cherokee County. All right, here we go. So somebody going to have to do something here on the Bruins offense. The thing they have not been able to do other than in a spurt here or a spurt there today is get Devison and Matthews in sync simultaneously. He kicks it off like Lou Groza and puts it down to the one. That's toe to leather, literally toe, big toe to leather. That is two big men colliding there. One did not wrap up, therefore the other bounced off and picked up 2 more yards. And Cherokee will take over 1st and 10 at their own 32 as Mac Graham leads them back out, and momentum has swiftly shifted to the team in green. See what they can do defensively here. When I looked up and saw Kai Washington that open, I could not believe it. I think that's Devison next to Graham. To his left, 3 wide receivers to the far side. The give is to Devison. Tries to cut back, and he does. Breaks out of a tackle, and that's all Devison. And out front leading the way there was Christian Phillips as well with a nice block, and Devison picks up 7, 2nd and 3. 10:50 to go here in the third quarter. High snap, Devison corral, or I should say Graham corrals it in, but Devison picks up just 1, and that'll 2 maybe. It'll bring up 3rd and 1 now for Cherokee County, and this is where we saw Trey Matthews with the football on a 3rd down carry not cut it back and fail to pick up a 1st down. So Matthews has checked in here along with Chris Pruitt, the running back, and here comes Mac Graham. So 3rd and 1, big 3rd down here, less than 1, half a yard to go. They got to hurry. Hand is up from the back judge. And he does have it. Forward progress will give them a 1st down, but just by the hair of his chinny chin there. So 1st and 10 now for Cherokee at their own 41. The back is Matthews. He stands to the left of Mac Graham. 3 wide receivers near side. Graham turns, play action, throws, and too high to the intended wide receiver who takes the blame for his quarterback, but that's on Graham. A little softer touch and a little more in the breadbasket would be nice. The intended target there, number 31, DeMond Ellison. So 2nd and 10 now following the attempted slant pass on 1st down. This time the 3 wide receivers will go far side with 1 to the right. Man in motion now is Moore Jr. The give is to Matthews. Matthews gets outside, breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles, 3 tackles, and bulldozes his way ahead for another Cherokee County 1st down. And this is exactly what we thought we'd see from the Cherokee offense here in the second half. 8:43 to go as they try to wear down the front 7 of the Tarpon Spring Pirate defense here. Mac Graham Going to pass again on first down. That's become somewhat of the norm here. Graham throws, caught. Nice job. That pass is complete to Joshua Christian, senior, the wide receiver. And that ball was put right on the money by Graham, who was rolling to his right. And turning back and coming with him was Christian, who came back across. And that is a beautiful play for another Bruin first down. 1st and 10 for Cherokee County at the Tarpon Spring 38. 7:41 to go. Moore in motion again, this time to give us the DeVezin straight up, and he is textbook tackled by Tim Williams, the defensive tackle, and he still picks up 3, maybe 4, we'll call it 2nd, and a long 6, short 7. Good drive here, following the 3 and out on the opening drive of their first second half possession for Cherokee County. Offensive coordinator for Cherokee County is Tom Rubin, and he's done a nice job here. Turns, gives. This is Rashad DeVezin again. DeVezin. And this time he picks up 2 to bring up 3rd and 5. Now, based off what we've seen, they are in field goal territory, but a 49-yarder was missed earlier in the game. Wide left was the actual issue with that kick. I went back and looked at halftime. 3rd down and 5 here for Mac Graham. Graham, he's going to keep it himself and spins and turns. Graham is losing all kinds of yards, and he will be sacked for a loss of 10 yards, and a great job by the Tarpon Spring defense to not allow him. Graham should have just hit the ground when he cut up the middle. Instead, he spun, turned, and ran backwards, and that will cost him. It'll be 4th and 15, and on comes the punt team as they will try and flip the field here. But as we saw on the last possession, I just feel like they're giving them more room to operate. David Harris, the punter. Harris gets off an end-over-end kick that will bounce at the 11 and stop at the 5. Great kick by Harris, and he does it again with the chip shot. We missed it, my apologies, but nice swing and a chip. And this is where, and look, Tarpon Springs, their mantra should be, we ain't scared. You can keep putting us at the 5. They've done well every time they have started inside their 5 here tonight. Can they do it again with 5:29 to play in the 3rd? They trail by 7, 21-14. Are coming off of a scoring drive. Their defense holds again here. Talking about bending but don't breaking. McIntyre. He throws, and he'll overshoot his target that time. We didn't start the clock because we're 15 seconds ahead. There's 5:25 to play in the 3rd. They didn't start the clock either, to be honest with you. Should be 5:20 to play. That's what I say. I bet there's 3 times. Our time, the time on the scoreboard, the time on the official's hand are probably all different. That's good. Leave it there. But with a 1-score game, those seconds are going to matter. So whoever's got the right ones, let it be known. Please stand up. Please stand up. So 2nd and 10 following the incomplete pass on first down. And I don't believe McIntyre's got any intention to hand this football off here. I'm not sure what the holdup is. The officials are gathering on the far side of the field. Now he's counting the players. McIntyre, two-step drop, slings it sidearms out to his running back. His running back is going to have a first down. Nice job over there. Actually checked that. That was Rico Holmes on that catch. So 1st and 10 at the 20. 4:57 to go. Clock running. They just run the same play the other way. And this time, Cherokee County's ready for it. I don't know, but he picks up 4 or 5 yards there. Nice job that time. That was the running back, Joquan James. And James picks up 4, 2nd and 6. 4:26 to go. Clock's running. Quick third quarter here. 1 score in the quarter. Doubles. 1 back and a tight end. No tight ends. Oh, he lets it go. And is he going to run under this? Oh, he fell. If he doesn't trip, he makes the catch. Stumbled just a bit, but it was enough to cost him the catch. He got past double coverage. And McIntyre had it out there, but he stumbled just a smidge. And that incomplete pass stops the clock with 4:09 to play. Wow. Close. That's what you call just hitting the X button right there. So a big third down here. See if the flip the field thing works. They show blitz. They drop back in coverage throws, and this could be and is not picked off, but it is an incomplete pass, bringing up 4th down as Terry Williams had a crack at it and couldn't come up with it, and that will bring back the punting unit. So Tarpon Springs unable to move the football. They pick up 1 first down on the drive, but now must punt as Marquise Brown will go back deep for the Bruins. 3:55 to play in the third. Or 4:0 or 4:19, whichever, or 4:09, whichever, 4:03, whichever you prefer. We'll get it right. I no, we won't, because the clock guy upstairs is killing us today. So let's see here. Good snap. Nice punt. End over end. Takes a bounce at the 44. And will roll all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a 57-yard punt. Huh?
He didn't start the clock that play.
Did he do the golf thing?
No, he didn't even start the clock.
Oh, yeah, he didn't start the clock. I guess he doesn't think you have to run it on 4th down. I don't know. I mean, he probably should.
This league does have some interesting clock rules.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it all today. 2 minutes, no 2 minutes, 2 minutes, no 2 minutes.
9 times when a player goes out of bounds, even with the football,
Right?
clock stops.
starting to go hoarse here. Here we go. So here comes Matt Graham back on. Graham turns, gives, and this is Trey Matthews. Matthews slides outside, stops again for some reason, instead of continuing with progress, and probably could have had a few more years, but he just stopped there for, I guess he was trying to cut back, but picks up 5, and it'll be 2nd and 5, and this is really what Cherokee wants to do here. They want to continue to lean on Tarpon Springs, wear them down with their, they have they're looking at big number 77 there. That's Joshua Frazier, the offensive lineman. Big number 54 up front, Kai Rack as well. I mean, they've got a big offensive line, and they are doing a great battle today with Tarpon Springs. Graham, and this is Matt, and then there you go. Nice stick there inside. That was on the tackle there. That was Cecil Murphy on the tackle. So 3rd down here and 4. Let's see what the playbook call is from Coach Rubin on this play. Graham gives straight up the gut, big hole. And Matthews out across all the way down to the Tarpon Springs 40. Could not have come at a better time. 26 yards and a Bruin first down. That burst of speed through there is the quickest we have seen Matthews run tonight, and it couldn't have come at a better time. First and 10. This time the give is to DeVezin. And he picks up 5. 2nd and 5. Under 90 seconds, either way you slice the pie on either clock to go here in the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter, will it be Bruin or Pirate quarter? Matt Graham trying to give his team a 2-score lead. DeVezin again cuts back, hops, steps over a defender, still on his feet, still going. He's going to pick up 3. It's going to be 3rd and 2 with 56 seconds. Why the clock is stopping, I don't know. All right, now he starts it again. So they're going to have to run one more play according to the scoreboard clock. According to our clock. Yep, they have to do one more play as well. So 3rd down and 3 here. I would think 4-down territory or field goal territory, as long as they don't lose yards. Well, he lobs it over too far, 4th and 3. The incomplete pass does stop the clock with under 20 seconds to play in the half. Not a good throw from Graham, as he just lobbed it too far over his back's head. And they're going to go for this. As Pruitt checks in. Chris Pruitt, along with number 17, Joshua Christian. So it's just Pruitt in the backfield. You're going to have 3 wide receivers with Christian trips bunched near side. Graham rolls, looks, he's in trouble, throws, he just lets one go. And backing into the end zone was David Moore, and that was more of a desperation throw, an attempt. And there's a flag down. We could have a roughing the passer penalty here against Tarpon Springs. Personal foul Yes, indeed, roughing the passer, and that will be 15 yards, and 3 don't matter. As that'll be 1st and 10. That is a huge, significant penalty. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line of Tarpon Springs with 12.3 seconds to play in the third. And Graham scrambled, got out of the pocket, came back, and was leveled as he threw. I did not see where he got hit. I didn't think it was late, but it may have been a hit to the head or something like that. I don't know. So now you got 2 backs in the backfield. It is Devison and Matthews, and we're going to get a false start. So that's going to back them up 5. It's going to be 1st and 15 now. Now you're definitely in field goal range here. If you get to 3rd and 3 again, I mean, you got to kick the field goal, I would think. You cannot come away from this drive with no points. I've never seen 6 plays run inside of 90 seconds. Have you? But that's exactly what we have here. We have the 6th play inside the 124 mark of this third quarter. Shenanigans, I tell you. 10.1 seconds officially or unofficially, but that's what the scoreboard clock says. Man in motion. Williams to give. Little counter on the left. Power counter, and Williams will go nowhere. Pick up 4 maybe. He'll get 4 of the 5 lost on the penalty back, and that is the end of the third quarter, finally, as the 2 teams do have a ways to go to switch sides here. Your score, how about the Cherokee County Bruins are going into the 4th quarter of the EAFL Championship game at 12-0 with a 21-14 lead.
Step on the field, feel the ground shake beneath. Eafl Aaa, this is where we breathe. Ain't no fear, just heart and dedication. We the kings of this nation, feel the vibration. Helmet on tight, laces in the cleats. Rushing down the field, hear that crowd in the seats. Got the game on lock, no hesitation. Are you a leader, just a ghost of ambition? Are you elite or scared? Feel the fire in the air. We the top, no time to spare. EAFL, we don't compare.
All right, here we go. This is the start of the 4th and final quarter for the EAFL AAA Championship. The Cherokee County Bruins 21, the Tarpon Spring Pirates 14. Hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast as much as we are enjoying bringing it to you. 1st and 10, or I'm sorry, 2nd and 9, I should say. 2nd and 9 from the 17-yard line for Mac Graham. He's got Trey Williams to his right. The man in motion is a quick jet sweep, read nicely by the Tarpon Springs defense, and that will be a loss of 6 yards, and that will bring up 3rd down and 14. Well done by the Pirates. An obvious passing down. Now, if you're Mac Graham, listen, this is literally where you as a former quarterback, this is what I can tell you about this play. If I'm the coach, I'm telling my guy, if your primary target isn't there, throw that ball over there to that parking garage. Do not dance around looking for a secondary target, and certainly do not try to make something out of nothing here. 3rd down and 14, and yeah, oh my goodness. Now that's a hit to the head, and that's a Tarpon Springs interception. Wow. No call on the hit to the head that knocked the helmet off. Not sure what happened there. Maybe he didn't hit him in the head, but Tarpon Springs comes away with an interception. That's the bigger story, and they forced the turnover. You almost have to eat it there. You can't do what he just did, and as a result, it's a turnover on downs. So now the Bruins are going to have to come up big defensively here.
Number one thing you said he couldn't do.
I just said he couldn't do it. And he looked at his primary, and he wasn't there. He should have hauled that ball into the – he did. He looked at his back, and he didn't like the throw, and he just should have threw the thing into the parking garage. And here comes a jet sweep, and that is read beautifully as well. As coming in, cleaning up hard is Caleb Bailey, the linebacker, and that's a loss. Both of these defenses, it's punch, counterpunch, punch, counterpunch. Anything you can do, I can do better. 2nd and 16. McIntyre has them back. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. McIntyre back. Blitz coming from the secondary. They won't get him. McIntyre breaks free, sprints across the 30, 35, 40, 45. McIntyre across the 50, all the way in to Bruin territory as Isaiah McIntyre, the versatile quarterback, the former Bloomingdale product, gets the ball all the way down to the Cherokee Bruin 47-yard line. And right back to the line of scrimmage goes Tarpon Springs. And they throw cross. Oh, my, the little lob pass there works. And out for 17 more yards. All heart on that one was Kai Washington. And down the field goes Tarpon Springs. So far, they needed 85 yards to go to get into the end zone. McIntyre drops back. Look, pump fakes, throws. Is that intercepted? No, incomplete. He hit him. He hit the DB right in the belly with it, but a good job by the wide receiver to make sure he could not wrap his arms around it. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10, and that'll slow the offense down a little bit here with 12:09 to play, or 12:05 to play in the football game. A 21-14 lead for the Cherokee County Bruins out of Canton, Georgia. But they're hanging on here as the chant of defense pours off the sidelines. Throws, wide receiver, incomplete. And quickly, just like that, it's 3rd and 10. Oh, and a penalty as well. I missed what the call was, but it's against Tarpon Springs, false start. So I had to back them up. So that might be a break there for them, actually. Because now it's 2nd and 15, and the way they throw this football around, 5 yards isn't really anything. You'd rather have the down if you're Cherokee County on the incompletion there. But Tarpon Springs catches a break. 11:50. Clock running. 3 wide receivers to the far side. 1 to the near side. McIntyre straight back with it. Throws underneath. Caught. But it'll be 3rd and 10 forward. Oh, the flag's going to come out for the drill down extra on the tackle to the ground. That's unsportsmanlike. 15 yards. 1st and 10. See what the White Hat's going to call here. That is indeed a call. I'm not a big fan of that one. I didn't think it was too extracurricular, to be honest with you. And they're going to march off 15 yards here. Personal foul, yes, indeed. And that 15 yards is going to put this football all the way down to the 16-yard line. And here comes Tarpon Springs, looking to overcome a 14-point deficit to tie this football game up in the fourth quarter. McIntyre gives, and he'll be dropped for a 2-yard, 3-yard gain maybe. James on the carry. Jaquan James, the running back. McIntyre again. Throws. Caught. Touchdown! Tarpon Springs. On a beautiful slant inside. Number 6, I had to get the number. Number 6, Trey Jackson. So each of the cardio boys showing out here tonight. Big extra point coming up. The snap, the hold, the kick is, we're tied at 21. 10:35, we got us a ball game. Here we go. 10:35. 21-21. And right now, I mean, obviously the momentum is on the side of Tarpon Springs, but based on playing styles, you got to like the Pirates right now with the way they can sling the ball around the field. And there is a total leather kick that will be fielded or bounced. Not fielded yet. Oh, my goodness gracious. And that ball was just end over end, and he just had to fall on it. That was Zy Johnson, and Johnson just falls on it at the 10-yard line. Not an ideal starting point. And now Matt Graham, who has been unable to get the football down the field through the air tonight, must now try to figure out somehow how to hit wide receivers 15, 20 yards downfield. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes in the pocket in terms of turning the football over. Very good game manager, but now he's going to have to come through and move this football team down the field. Graham turns, gives, and, Tarpon Springs is just going to stack the box, and they're just going to dare Graham to beat them. And that's what this is going to come down to. They're just going to dare him to beat them. And look, I mean, Graham, listen, for the type of running backs and their style of play, good quarterback to have. But now you gotta get this thing down the field some way. So he's going to have to step up and lean into one here a little bit. And he knows that. Little counter, but read perfectly. And Tarpon Springs is just not going to have it. As Rashad Devison is stopped, and it is quickly third down, and that's a short 7, long 8. Or a short 8, long 7, I should say. Flip that around. 9, 13, and running here. And, man, you do not want to go 3 and out if you are Cherokee County. Going to have to throw the football here. They got doubles split equally to each side. Third down and 8. Graham on a blitz, tries to get out. He's going to be eaten alive in the pocket, and Tarpon Springs forces a 3 and out following the touchdown, and will get the ball back in great field position. Great defensive dollop there. Head coach David Zinser for Tarpon Springs. Ty Peters, the defensive coach. And that's nearly blocked, end over end. The ball's going to bounce at the 40. Oh, why would he pick that up? But he does. What do I know, though? Down the sidelines, cuts back, flag down. This won't be a touchdown. I don't think this is going to be a touchdown. We got a flag down here. We'll see what the call is. Man, I couldn't believe he picked that up, but then he runs it all the way back for a touchdown. Let's see what the flag is. I believe it's a hold or a block in the back. Keep your eye on the white hat right here in the middle. Got 2 flags down, actually. Three flags. There's another one over there. Jeez, we need a Tide stick to pick up all that laundry, bro. 3 flags on 4. He just picked his up. Personal foul, helmet to helmet. And that's going to go against Tarpon Springs. That's kind of hard to do on a return, but okay, I didn't see it. But there's 5 flags on the field, so somebody must have did it, right? Yeah, I mean, okay. So that'll back them up 15 yards, but 7:56 to go. And you got to be asking yourself right now, if you are head coach Mike Anderson, is this one of these things? Because, I mean, obviously you don't have that quick stripe capability offense, right? So you need as much time as you can get here. Your defense has got to stop them. So Scott Wilkins, the defensive coordinator for Cherokee County, this is a chess match right now with Travis Thomas, the OC for Tarpon Springs. So who wins out here? So far in the second half, it's been Travis Thomas of Tarpon Springs. Isaiah McIntyre, the quarterback, quick out, and the wide receiver drops the ball, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Wanted a little drama, we got it. A 14-point lead coming out of the half, looking for perfection. And it's been all Tarpon Springs so far, with 14 unanswered here in the final 22 minutes, in the last 22 minutes, to tie this thing up at 21-21. Strange call, but okay. And a handoff on 2nd and 10 goes nowhere. And a nice job there by the Bruin defense to shut it down and force a loss. 3rd and 11. So it is definitely throw the football time now. 7 27 and running. McIntyre. If you are in that Bruins secondary, 7 defensive backs on the field, it looks like. Throws, caught, spins, nice catch and turn. 4th down and 4. What do you do here? Caught. That was Javonte Sneed who caught that. Sneed says, there's my back right there. I got it. So they're going to huddle up here on 4th down. Let's see what does Travis Thomas have up his sleeve on 4th and 4? We have seen both of these defenses push to the limit at numerous times tonight on 4th down. Sometimes they bent, sometimes they broke. What will the Cherokee County Bruins D do here? 4th and 4. McIntyre from the gun. Going to try to sprint outside. He won't do it. What a play by the big man. How about Jacob Mitchell showing speed with Isaiah McIntyre? He chases the fleet-footed quarterback down and hauls him down. Wasn't that 4th down? Oh, we got a flag. Oh, they called that against. Yeah, they called it on the defense. They called a horse collar, I think. Did he say what the penalty was? That's a 15-yard penalty, so it had to be on that tackle. It was either a horse collar or something. That's the only thing I thought could have happened there. Here we go. Big break on 4th down for Tarpon Springs. No argument from Cherokee County, which tells you that likely foul committed out of bounds. Is that what he called, horse collar? Okay, so it was a horse collar. And again, no argument. I couldn't see from way over here.
He called it, but the way he pointed.
Yeah, it was just not very good. I mean, the call correct.
Yes.
Come on. Yeah. 2nd down. I mean, it's a championship game. You know, give us something here. Stand at the 50 and do it. 2nd and 6. McIntyre in trouble. Works his way through. Picks up just 1. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5 now. Obvious 4-down territory with 4:43 to play in the game. We got a cramping situation on the field, so that'll be a timeout. And we'll get the clock reset for you here. Actually, I'm just going to let it run down to 4:33, and then I'll stop it. Fourth quarter, 21-21. Will fate deliver Cherokee a destiny different than what they experienced last year in going undefeated during the regular season and then losing a heartbreaker in overtime of the championship? Or will the Bruins be able to somehow stop Tarpon Springs here late in the fourth quarter, get the ball back, and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat here late in this football game? 4 minutes and 33 seconds. We'll know the answer to that here on Brevard Sports Network. I thank Michael Torres and the EAFL. 21-21, late fourth quarter. So here we go. McIntyre trying to will his team into the end zone here. 5 wide receiver set, 2-step drop, in trouble, gets out of it, slips, falls, he's down, and that will bring up fourth, and that is technically a sack. So a sack on third down as McIntyre slips. It's 4th and 12. I mean, I saw their kicker making it from this distance in warm-ups, but I don't think you put that. I don't know. I don't know what you do here. I'm just going to watch with the rest of everybody. Whatever they do, I'll call it. Just leave it at that. How about that, huh? 3:45. Clock running. Here we go, 4th and 12. I know this. I know Cherokee's got a kicker that can hit a 50-yarder. McIntyre. Big 4th and 12. Throws. Caught! First down! What a throw, what a catch. Kai Washington again. That moves the Sticks inside the red zone to the 14 and sets up a fresh 4 with 2:53 to play. 3 timeouts for the Pirates and 3 for the Bruins on the board anyway, plus the 2-minute warning if they use it. They didn't use it in the AA game. They decided to use it in the first half of this one. Turns. Oh, he throws. Oh. That looked like a play more complicated than it had to be. The incomplete pass stops the clock with 2:32. I think if you get the 4th down here, you definitely got to kick this ball. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Second and 10, McIntyre. Tarpon Springs looking to try to win either of these teams, their first ever EAFL championship. McIntyre on a keeper, gets outside, cuts back again. McIntyre, touchdown, Tarpon Springs. What a play by Isaiah McIntyre on an RPO. And with 2:28 to go, it's 27-21 Pirates. McIntyre just directed himself in the whole way, following blocks left, following blocks right. The all-important extra point coming. Snap, the hold, the kick, and it is good. And with 2:28 to play, it is 28-21 as Tarpon. No, what? What do we got? No good? Good? What's the call here? What are we calling? What are we doing? No good. They say no good now. Not sure how that happened, but okay, no good. All right, we'll step aside and be right back with the final 2:28 here on Brevard Sports Net. All right. There's still hope here that this thing can be won in regulation for Cherokee. Again, though, the issue for me is they don't have the big play offense. At least I haven't seen it tonight. And talking to those that have watched this team this season play, they didn't. When they talked about Cherokee, it was their front seven defensively and that rushing attack of their offensive line. So here we go. Here's the kick. And this will be fielded at the 15 across the 25. And, yep, they are doing some hitting out there. So 2:19 to go. And on comes Mac Graham and the Cherokee Bruin offense for one last go here with 2:19 to play in regulation. No longer is the Legatron of Steven Zarita a factor here unless they score.
Remember, in that first quarter, he missed one.
Yeah.
He put those 2 points on the board.
Yeah, he did. He missed. Yeah, he missed one in the first quarter, which would now make this a 27-24 game. So, interesting dynamic, but you still got to be able to deliver the football down the field in situations like this. Mac Graham going to try to do that here. They better hurry. Graham's going to have three wide receivers near side. 2:19 to go. Graham gives to Trey Matthews, and that's not going to do anything but take us to the 2-minute warning here as Matthews gets 4 yards. But he's second down and 6 now for Cherokee. And that is the 2-minute warning. And we'll take our final muted timeout. We'll be right back with the final, which should be exciting here on BSN.
Step on the field, feel the ground shake beneath. Eafl Aaa, this is where we breathe. Ain't no fear, just heart and dedication. We the kings of this nation, feel the vibration. Helmet on tight, laces in the cleats. Rushing down the field, hear that crowd in the seats. Got the game on lock, no hesitation. Are you a leader, just a ghost of ambition? Are you elite or scared? Feel the fire in the air. We the top, no time to spare. Eafl, we don't compare.
All right, welcome back. Final 2 minutes of this one here on Brevard Sports Network. As the Bruins looking to throws. I don't know where that thing went. Falls incomplete. The Commandos scored 32 points against Cherokee in the North Championship. Prior to that, this is the second amount of points. This is the second most points they've given up in a game this season. Is the 27-2 Tarpon Springs. Graham, I should say Graham. Graham slides, and that's going to bring up 4th down and the season for Cherokee County. So 4th down and 2 here for the Bruins as they look. Hey, listen, if you're Graham here, you don't need anything more than the 3 yards. Get that, take your time out, talk it over, come back, and then figure out how to get yourself out around the 40, 50-yard line on Tarpon Springs side. 4th and 3, season on the line. Blitz shown. They give to Matthews. He will have the 1st down and more. He is still on his feet. You need time. Those extra yards aren't going to give it to you. Go down, take the timeout, saved a few precious seconds. Under a minute to go. 58.4 seconds and a timeout on the field as Graham comes over to talk it over with his coaching staff here. So now you got a 1st and 10, and if you're Tarpon Springs right now at this point, the only thing you don't want to do is give up anything behind you at all. Not that they're going to throw this thing 50 yards in the air. I don't know that Graham's got the arm to do that, but you don't want anybody slipping by you. Somebody's got to have deep man coverage here. Somebody's got to be paying attention to that. .4 seconds to go. Perfection on the line here for Cherokee County. Will Tarpon Springs ruin it, or will the Bruins somehow pull out a miracle here? Mac Graham, 58.4 seconds. Cherokee. Graham back, looking. He's got to get rid of it. Steps up. He's got time. He's bought himself some time. Throws. And is that picked off? No, incomplete. And the incomplete pass stops the clock with 48 seconds to go. 47, 48 seconds to go. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 now. So no need, unless you want to talk it over, but you probably picked up the next 2-3 plays on the last time out. Right now, the biggest issue that Cherokee has is the front 7 for Tarpon Springs is winning the battle up front against them, and they can't keep them off their quarterback either, and that's creating an issue. He doesn't have time to throw the ball. Here they come again. He throws this time. Caught. Nice pass in the seam. Out of bounds. Perfectly executed. That is Kaheem Tucker on the catch, and that is exactly what they needed to do. He drops one in the breadbasket right here on Tucker on a crossing route, and they are 1st and 10 now, moving the football here at the Tarpon Springs 37-yard line. 27-21. Pirates lead it. That's just a nice pitch and catch right there. They need to do the same thing to the other side of the field, probably somewhere around the 20, 25-yard line. Drop it in and then take 2-3 shots from the red zone. Graham. Drops back. He's got to get rid of it. He can't hold on to it. Throw it away, son, if you don't have anything. And that, he is flipped on his head. Helmet's off. Now here's the other issue. That's a sack. They got to take a timeout. And Graham's got to come out of the game. Matt Graham's got to come out of the game because his helmet's off. So now they got to put a quarterback in with 34.7 seconds. Get rid of the football. So, I mean, you know, I can't remember if the timeout negates the fact that he has to come off the field, but you know the rules. And any level of football, if your helmet comes off, you've got to come out for a play. So that's a timeout by Cherokee County. And so now, down and distance doesn't really matter here. There's 34.7 seconds left. And now, no, Mac Brown's going to come out because he's going to give the play calling duty over here. Looks like Joshua Christian. I think. Yep, Graham's going to come out for a play, and this is the fundamentals of the game that, that's why you get rid of it. Just throw that thing 25 yards out of bounds. So Graham's out for one play, and Joshua Christian will come in and take over quarterback duties. He's going to have Trey Matthews to his left. 34.7 seconds to play. And, boy, I tell you, Tarpon Springs pinning their ears back, looking, throws, caught, but that's in the middle of the field. Or did he catch it, or didn't he catch it? No, incomplete. So now Graham will come back in. He did not catch it, so incomplete. My apologies. So third down here. .31 seconds to play, 0.3 to be exact. Third down. Graham in trouble. And he does it this time. Does he get it? He does get it back to the line of scrimmage. He is out of the tackle box, so it is not intentional grounding. Well, this is it right here. This is the season. Timeout. And I don't blame him for taking a timeout here. What a second half performance by Tarpon Springs. 21 unanswered points in this second half. And they are 24 seconds away from winning their first ever EAFL championship. And good for them. The Cardio boys were as advertised for sure tonight. McIntyre with a great job. And here we go. 24.9 or 22, but none of that matters. All that matters is they need 20 yards to have one more crack at it. And keep your eye on the sidelines if they don't get it, because Tarpon Springs is going to go crazy. And Graham drops back, and he's going to have to scramble to his right. Throws. Did he catch that? Did he catch that? That is a catch. Can you believe that? How does that happen? And the coaching staff, he catch that? Yes, no? Or did he throw past the line of scrimmage? May be the call here. I think he did. He did. That's the call. Quarterback crossed the line of scrimmage when he threw the football. That'll be declined, and that will wrap it up from here. And Tarpon Springs, nope, they're going to get one more shot, but now it's definitely, you can't decline it because he caught the ball, so they have to replay fourth down here. So now it's 4th and 30 with 16 seconds to go. I've seen a lot of crazy things here. Yeah, I didn't even notice that Matt Graham ran right past the line of scrimmage there and making the throw. Yeah, I mean, good play. Just, he ran past the line of scrimmage. So, he did catch the ball, by the way. He certainly caught the ball. Yeah, I mean, that was a first down. He caught the football. So maybe you get that again, right? And then you got 4 or 5 seconds left, throw one in the end zone. You never know. You just never know about these things. So congratulations to the Lakeland Jokers earlier. And now Tarpon Springs looking to make it a Florida sweep. 27-21 as they have scored 20 unanswered points here in the second half. Graham back. And that'll do it. Tarpon Springs will win the 2025 EAFL AAA Division Championship. (27-21) as Tarpon Springs are your 2025 AAA Division champions, and they join the likes of former champions last year, Southwest Florida Gators. In 2023, the South Florida Browns. In 2022, the Bay Area Reapers. And this year, your 2025 champions, Tarpon Springs. They were the underdogs coming in. There's no doubt about that. And there it is. I want to thank all of you for joining us here today. Once again, congratulations to the Lakeland Jokers and now to the Tarpon Springs Pirates on winning the 2025 EAFL AAA Championship. For Michael Torres and Caleb Brown, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. Once again, your final score, Tarpon Springs 27, Cherokee